Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gatehead Farm with me, the Gazbeard. And it's still the middle of summer, well, early summer, coming up to middle of summer. And the only contract work that's available is baling. There is a lot of it as well. There's about 15 or 16 baling contracts on the board. And all of it is to bale and wrap into silage. And most, if not all of it, is to deliver to the barn, which is away over yonder. There's going to be quite a bit of carting backwards and forwards between the fields and the barn, which is going to be a little bit of a tedious thing. And what it has done is it has made me resolved that I am going to expand the farm and get as many fields as I can quite quickly, because as I'll show you once we get up to the field that we're going to harvest, pretty much the entire map is grasslands. There are very, very few fields that are not grass. Now, as we're driving along this road, you're probably noticing quite a few fields that are cultivated, like that one, but they're not planted. I mean, that one obviously is. That's got potatoes in it by the look of it, but there are quite a few that have got nothing in them. They're just sitting cultivated, and when I go and check them and speak to the farmers that own them, they say that they've ploughed them ready for putting grass back into them, which to me seems a complete waste when we look at the size of some of these fields, because they are huge. Oh, the fence post. Get through. So, I mean, like this one, this is a massive field. It's one of the biggest fields on the map, and it's only being used for grass. Close this gate so that I can mow it. Grass comes right up to the fence line. If I just get the zoom to flow out a bit, you can see this is a pretty big field. And be ideal, the grain field. Right, so I'm just going to flip around to make the start point at the gate. On the right starting implement, so X to unfold all the tools. Start their motors. Pick up on the baler. Oh, we haven't accepted the contract. No, we have. Right, just check that we're on swaths. We are. So lower the mowers. Off we go. Got to check the baler's wrapping. Just check its settings. Left control. Yes, it is. That would have been a disaster. There's a lot of these scrub trees that are going to catch the mowers in this field, so I'm going to have to go around do all the headlands myself. There's no way that I can put a worker in this field. And because of the amount of work that's going to be involved in doing the headlands, I might as well just mow the whole field myself. There's the first bale. So while the first bale's just busy wrapping and dropping, let's just have a look at the map. Come back to the map and I zoom out. You can see what I mean. There are very few crop fields on the map. There's a lot of cultivated fields sitting around idle. But when I've been out and checked them, all the ones that I've checked are in fact designated for being sown back to grass, which is a bit of a pain. So what I've resolved I'm going to do is I'm going to do some of these larger baling contracts, and then I'm going to get fields 29 and 30, and I've got a rather special configuration that I'm going to use for those fields, which I'll get to once I've bought them. Now, buying 29 and 30 give us a nice continuation of this part of the farm, so we'll get them, get some money back in the bank after we've got them, and then we're going to get field 31, which will give us that nice block there as the core to the farm. I know we've got field 40 over there. That's Scott's old field. We'll hang on to that. That's a good field. Once we've got this core block here done, I'm going to take 24, because that'll give us the option to expand the dairy. Maybe do beef down here instead of dairy, even though it's dairy capable, this old farm. The old boy's wanting to retire. He's been nagging at us. Am I interested in his farm? And I guess, yeah, we are. He's got the actual cattle enclosure stroke pasture here. He's got a grass meadow here for making feed. And he said he had some other fields somewhere. I'm not sure where they are. So we'll have to tidy the details up with him on that once we get a bit more organised. Now I'm needing to bring the drone in tight here because these trees are going to be a pain. We will do what we can with them. And I have to leave a margin on the field. Might end up being bigger than I actually want to. I'm looking forward to the overage. Oh, we need to go back a bit further, pick up that grass before it drops the bale. Don't want to be dropping bales under trees because I tend to lose them. Yeah, this is going to be a video with lots of quiet moments while I concentrate on... Oh, and I've done it again. I've just carried on regardless. I've got to remember, stop when I hear that beeping. It's not an issue with the square baler because the square baler's got a pre-chamber. So it can be wrapping a bale while it's still picking up the straw for the next bale. Our field there, or canola field I believe. Oh, it's not full. Stopping too early now instead of too late. There we are, now it's full. As soon as that lid closes we can start picking up again. Okay, so that's the bulk of it done. We've just got the scraps to sort out now. So the same as I've done on previous fields, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin round up here and park the mowers in the middle of a clear space with no bales. And then I'll run round with just the baler. We'll pick up the scraps and we'll come back and pick up the mowers for taking them back to the farm. So, I mean, these baling contracts, they don't really take that long as you use a baler wrapper. and you put that on the back of the self-windrowing mowers, they really don't take very long. It's only when you have to do everything as single pass, so you do a full pass of the field in order to cut it, and then you do another pass of the field to windrow it, and then another pass of the field to pick it up with the baler, and then another pass of the field to pick it up with a bale wrapper, and then another pass of the field to pick it up with a trailer. That's when baling becomes a real pain in the neck. If you can get everything except the lifting it onto a trailer done with one pass of the field by using self-windrowing mowers and a baler cum wrapper, then you save yourself a lot of time, and it means that you can spend a few minutes to go around and pick up all the little scraps like this, which, depending on how big the field is and how you cut it, could yield an extra 1 or 2 bales. But it's just, more than anything, it's just pride in your work to leave a clean and tidy field with no little piles of grass sitting there turning into hay and leaving yellow blotches on the field. And I missed that one completely. Oh God. It's going to be one of those days, I can feel it. But, yeah, I mean, I take a bit of a pride in trying to leave the field as clean as possible. And I know that sometimes on a multiplayer server, it bugs some of the guys. But again, it's, I've gone back to what I was saying at the start of the video. It's all about efficiency. Leaving crop on the field is not efficient. It takes longer to grow crop than it does to harvest it. So if you've got crop sat on the field when you've finished harvesting, then you're not being efficient. And tiny little spots like that I'm not worried about, but as long as we can get rid of the bigger ones. I think that's it. The odd tiny little spot of uncut grass, but I mean it literally is just a few stalks here and there. Again, looking at efficiency, it'd be more efficient just to leave them there rather than go chasing them. So engine off, lift the pickup, hold the baler, and spin round, pick up the mowers. Front mower is lifted. Take this back to the farm and drop it off at the wash point, and we'll pick up the trailer, come back across. Ouch. Leave the gate open, saves us a bit of bother. Back. So, as we were talking very early in the video, doing the baling contracts this summer to get a bit of extra cash in the bank, just to give us a cash buffer, because I want to buy some fields. I've got enough in the bank to buy the fields that I want, but it'll only leave me with a few thousand working capital, which is not enough. I'm going to do 5 or 6 of the larger baling contracts, and between them they should give us about 100,000 buffer sit in the bank. Buy those 2 fields, 29 and 30 was it, that I pointed out. The next video on Thursday will probably be showing what I'm doing with those fields and actually doing it. I don't want to spend the entire summer just doing baling contracts, but I know what will happen next summer. Nobody will do their own baling. They'll expect me to do it all. By then I will be too busy. I'll have too much on the go. I'm going to catch that branch. Oh, just got under it. Somebody needs to trim that branch. It could cause an accident. Not my land and not my responsibility, but I can see it's going to end up being me. Has to do it. The other thing we've got to do on Thursday, we've got to go and get some more girls. Fill the field up a bit. I noticed there's about half a dozen of the girls are pregnant, and there'll be tail end of winter, early spring, when the calves are born. Great. Hate for them to be born in the middle of winter. Leave that there for washing. Out. And we'll get the trailer. Now, it's got the little international parked on it at the moment. Want to swap that out for the other 7250. Bring this around in the shed. Oh, I'm hitting everything today. Need another coffee, I think. Coffee fixes everything. Out. Oh. Hi, mate. And I think we'll take Bob out with us today. We need a weight on the front of this because the weight that's going to be on the trailer. Approach that very well. Bob can do the navigation for us. Not getting hooked up on the trailer for some reason. There we are. Right. Back down to the field. Pick those bales up. Big old trailer this. You don't realise how long it is until you try getting it around some tight corners. Be a similar size to the 40 footers on the Arctics. Obviously their tractor is longer than this one, but the trailer itself is probably about the same size as the ones they use. Maybe one pallet shorter. Swing wide. Come in. That. Near the centre of the field until we've got the edges cleared. low under the trees. It's hidden under the trees as well as the ones buried in the hedges. There was one there. Can't see it, but there was one. Whole gang of them buried round here. Ugh. I think there's one under that tree there. There. Well, there's at least two under these trees. One there that we couldn't reach with the auto grab. Back it up a bit and come in a bit tighter and hope we don't get tangled up in them branches. Got it. Way up here. And there's at least one under that tree, which is going to be an absolute pain to get hold of. I think I'm going to have to go in and lift it out. Roll it out. Don't believe we're going to be able to get the trailer. No, definitely not going to get the trailer reversed into here. So let's just roll that out. See another one just here. Did looked as if I did, but maybe didn't. But under these ones, while I'm on feet, I might as well have a look. They're okay. How many can we get? We get another 4 on here, and then we've got to go deliver. So take these 4 down here. Ah, trailer full. We'll let the cement truck get out of the way. Be a lot slower than us. Oh, that was a stroke of luck that he turned up there. Oh, means we don't have to be stuck behind him all the way down to the shop. Even all the way around to the barn if he was heading in that direction. Not this turning, it's the next turning. Thank you for getting out of our way. Go up that wooded lane to get to the barn. away. And as always, there's 2 bales that won't come off, so roll them along the Ep manually. Oh. And because we're wanting the money, field buying, what we will do is we will submit all of the bales into the barn and take the money from any overage rather than taking the bales and taking them back to the farm, putting them into storage. We have got more silage than we know what to do with right now at the farm. We've got nearly 250,000 litres in the silo, ready supply for making TMR, and we've got, I don't know how many, 50 something bales in the bale shed, so that'll be about what, another 200,000 litres? No, more than that, 400,000 litres. We've got well north of 500,000 litres of silage sitting at the farm at the moment. We don't need any more, but we do need the money. So once we get back up to the field and pick up the rest of the bales, anything that's overage, we'll just put it into the barn with the rest of them, take the payment for them. See you at the field. Hey, it's not many of these to pick up now. We can get back to the barn, get them sold. So while I'm picking up the last of these bales, I'm going to thank you for watching and remind you to leave your comments down below. I always look forward to reading them and to replying to them. If you haven't already and you've enjoyed it, give the video a like. If you've not subscribed yet to the channel, please do so. A polite please do so, because it helps us immensely, and I'm trying to get the channel up to 1,000 subscribers as our first stage before we grow it further, as obviously we need to do. And getting to 1,000 subscribers is a major milestone, because with 1,000 subscribers, if I can get 4,000 hours of watch time per year, then we can get remonetized. We were demonetized 4 years ago, nearly 5 years ago now, as part of the great small channel purge, when Google took over YouTube and decided that people of a certain size on their channel were not worthy of being monetized, and they chopped us all. Right now they're sitting on a sizable chunk of my money that they are refusing to pay out, that was earned before the great demonetization purge, but had not quite reached the payment threshold, because I set a fairly high payment threshold. I wanted payments to be worthwhile. My mistake. I should have reduced it in order to get that money before they demonetized everybody, but I completely forgot about it. So they've been sitting on my money, earning interest on it for nearly 5 years, and I want it. I want my monetization back, but despite having 1,000-ish videos on the channel, I've not been able to attract the number of subscribers necessary. I have many months of being above the minimum viewing time required over a 12-month period, but I've not been able to attract subscribers. People just do not click the subscribe button, so please, a very polite please, If you're enjoying the videos, click that subscribe button. When you don't click it, you are denying me monetization, you could say. And I know it's kind of unfair to blame on the viewers. Really, the onus is on the content creator to create content that people want to subscribe to. But the channel's 10 years old, and in fact it's coming up to 11 years old. It was early 20, well in fact it was late 2010 that I first started the channel, even though YouTube, I noticed, are now saying it was created in 2016, which is a load of bovine dung. It was late 2010 the channel was created. And I've got videos that are uploaded that prove that. So 11 years of the channel, nearly 1,000 videos up, and I'm still sitting on just over 600 subscribers. Please do subscribe to the channel, and I will appreciate it immensely, because every extra subscriber takes me one step closer to getting monetized and receiving the money that I've already earned, that YouTube, Google are sitting on, earning interest from, when it would be better in my bank. But that's my problem. And we're back here at the barn. We're going to offload these bales, and between now and Thursday's video I hope to make enough money to be able to buy those 2 fields that we mentioned and start doing with them something just a little bit special. I'll see you on Thursday here on Gatehead Farm. Until then, from me, the Gazbeard, thanks very much for watching. Take care, enjoy the build up to Christmas, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. As always, it's not goodbye, it's just bye for now.